Hi guys, it's Dawson. Welcome to my first ever video for my YouTube channel. I just want to say a couple things before I get into anything. Really, I'm hoping to use this space to feel creative, to have something to do on my days off besides hang out with these little puppy dogs here, and to really just put my energy into something else instead of loafing around on the couch, keeping an active mind and just being happy and healthy. I've always loved vlogs, I've always loved watching YouTube videos, and I've always wanted to start a channel. I remember back in high school, I'd come home from school, and if I wasn't on the phone talking with my friends Rachel and Natalie, then I was watching YouTube. Luxury hauls and shopping and a lot of UK vloggers, like so many people do, just living their lives. And I really enjoyed it, I really loved it, and I always kind of wanted to do it. It's kind of why I started taking pictures in high school and things like that, which is a totally different thing, but it was always interesting, and I always wanted to be a part of that community and always envied that community. There was so much, so much friendship to be built, and everyone knew everyone else, and I just really loved it. So that's kind of what this is. It really is just a space for me to create content, to share my life with friends and family, and hopefully anyone that wants to watch. It's not going to be anything super fancy. It doesn't revolve around any one thing. This comes from a place of me just wanting to create something and to feel confident about it. And yeah, so that's what this is. I definitely don't have the most beautiful life or the most, peaceful, non-hectic, envious life. But I do enjoy it. I am happy, and figured I could, reflect on that happiness by myself creating these videos, and then also hopefully share it with somebody else as well. But anyways, yeah, so this channel is going to be a bunch of random things. It'll mostly be me at the house with the pups on my days off. I work at Celine here in the Miami Design District. I'm a sales associate, hoping to climb the little ladder here in the luxury retail industry. We'll see how long that takes, but I enjoy it, and I work really, really hard. And on my days off, it's really easy to just, lounge around and not do anything, watch TV, sit on TikTok for hours and hours and hours. But I'm hoping to keep an active mind and just keep myself busy, keep the house pretty, keep myself happy. Yeah. So today's video is really just me hanging out here. I have a couple of things that I want to finish off before the start of the new year. Christmas just happened yesterday, and yeah, there's a lot of things in motion that I want to keep in motion. We've been doing a lot of decorating of the house, buying new furniture, getting things set up, enjoying our little puppers that we have here. They're just lounging around. One of them's sleepy and one of them's about to mess with the other one and wake him up. They're so cute. But so there are definitely some things I want to do some research on today. I want to see if I can finalize what I'm going to put in this gaping hole behind me. There's a big spot on this wall that I want to put a bar cabinet, I think, or some kind of wardrobe or credenza or something. So I want to look up some things for that. I also need to desperately find a planner for the new year. When I'm at work, I have a little journal that I use, and I'm constantly writing in that, keeping up with clients using that, but I want something for planning kind of everyday life. Hopefully for this, I can continue making vlogs, and then also, just to help keep myself organized. So there's that. I definitely need to do some laundry and cleaning as well, hang out with the dogs. I want to find them some sweaters. They're super small, And I know clothes for dogs can be ridiculous, but it's actually functional when they're so tiny and you want to keep the house cool, especially in Miami where it's hot all the time. We have these massive windows that just let the heat in all the time. Also, speaking of temperature in the house, I'm wearing this jacket not as like a statement or an outfit per se, but because for some reason, I guess we're having this crazy like North American climate situation where it's freezing outside. So it's like 51 degrees outside. It's absolutely frigid in here. I had the heat on earlier, but I started to get sweaty, so I had to turn it off. So instead I put on a jacket and the dogs are cozied up, hopefully staying warm. So that's another reason for sweaters, random cold fronts that come in. So I'll be looking those up as well. There are some things on the computer that I need to go through as well, as far as like documents. The memory card for this computer was absolutely, for this camera, was absolutely full when I wanted to sit down and start vlogging today. So I had to clear that, and I kind of left the desktop a mess. So I'm gonna go through photos, and I wanna clear out one of my hard drives, which I'll talk to you guys about later, because I recently got a hard drive that I'm absolutely loving. And using quite frequently. So there's that. And then I wanted to kind of give a shout out to Garrett for the Christmas presents that I received this year. They were very, very sweet. Christmas is always, you know, it gets smaller and smaller every year unless you find something and save up, but they were really, really sweet gifts that I received. Not that I deserved anything or needed anything, but he was very kind to get me a few little things that made me so happy. I'm looking at one of them right now, and then another one is over here in the kitchen. So I'll show you guys those, just because friends and family, I'm sure, will all talk about gifts, and I won't be able to show you pictures or anything later on. So I'll bring those up and show you that. I guess I could show you a little bit of the apartment, or at least small portions of it that are put together and actually cleaned. So, oh, little Kramer. This is Kramer. This is our newest addition to the household. He is a colorful Yorkie. He was born back in October. His brother wants attention. And this is King. He is a Beaver Terrier, which is a, hey boy, which is a little, it's a variation of a Yorkie. They were bred for their coloring, so he has different coloring than a traditional Yorkie, and they were bred for their coloring for such a long time that they eventually just became their own breed. He's the little runt of his litter. We've had him since May, and we've had him since October. I can't do the math because they have to be like 8 weeks before or whatever, so I have no clue how old either one of them are. I also don't want to think about it because they're so sweet and so small. But they are the cutest little things. These are the little guys that I was talking about need sweaters because they're just so small and they get so chilly. Kramer is older than King, and King is older than Kramer, and Kramer is already bigger than King. Because King is just the smallest thing in the world, and Kramer is clumsy and a little chunkster and loves to eat. He's got big bones and big paws. Yeah, he's a sweet little boy. But what was I talking about? Oh, I was gonna explain Kramer's name because I always feel a little insecure when I tell people that his name is Kramer, but when we first got King, one of the names that we were considering was Cosmo, and I wanted to name him Cosmo because one, I thought it was a fun, kind of unique name. It felt like a dog's name, and then it also is from Seinfeld. Cosmo Kramer is one of the full names of a character there. Of course, everyone knows about Seinfeld, but a lot of people might not know that his first name was Cosmo, and I wanted to name King Cosmo. And then we finally decided on King because he was just such a little handsome slice of royalty. And then we took King to New York to visit our friend Elena. Hi, Elena. And King had so much fun with our friend Hannah's pupper and Elena's adopted son, Oliver. He just absolutely loved him. They played nonstop. King's energy was just like fully there. He was so happy. We got home and like 2 weeks later, we were like, we need another dog for King. So we talked to the woman we got King from, and she was like, oh my gosh, I have a little puppy that you're gonna love. And it was this little soul right here. And then we wanted to do another K name to match with King. Like, I don't know, because it was cute. Like, my siblings were all D's, and my dad's name starts with a D. My mom's name starts with a C. But, and then Garrett Gillespie, there's like 2 G's. So we just love repeating letters, and we thought it'd be cute if we had 2 little K names. So we kept thinking of names for King, and I was like, you know what? We didn't get to name King Cosmo, but Cosmo's last name is Kramer. And then we got this little guy, and he was like a total meathead. He's like just a goofball and very silly and clumsy, and he's taking forever to learn how to potty train. So we were like, oh, we'll just name him Kramer because he's a goofball and it starts with a K. Thank you, sugar. Nope, don't smell his pee-pee. So that's what we ended up with, and we have these little bundles of joy right here. I'll show one more time before I make them go play. Look how handsome. And then little King is so handsome too, my baby. So that's the story of King and Kramer. And yeah, I don't know. Go play. Go play. So cute. All right, I'm gonna get into my day and I'll take you guys along with me. This is gonna be interesting. Bear with me if the footage isn't great. Obviously, I'm still gonna be learning how this works out. Also, sorry I keep doing this all the time. I talk with my hands all day long. It's what I do at work every single day. So let me go before I sit here for hours and hours. Okay, so before I do anything else, I wanted to show you this because this is pretty exciting. Garrett and I have not been spending a ton of money recently. I mean, we have in the past couple months, but we've been really good, I would say the past maybe month and a half. And we recently purchased something from Garrett's work, and I love it so much. We were in need of a carry-on bag. We have like a tiny suitcase, but we've like been wanting a duffel bag or like a messenger bag or something. And not a messenger bag, duffel bag, or like a keep all kind of situation, like from Louis Vuitton. But obviously Garrett works at Fendi and I work at Celine, so of course we should buy from our companies if we can. And then this came along. So 1, we were in need of it, and then 2, I love Fendi bags. I've been very fortunate to have Garrett gift me a few and one that I bought. But this recently is our new little favorite. So this just arrived the other day. It is I believe it's a men's peekaboo. It's done in nylon with these beautiful little stripe details. And it's actually quite massive. I don't know if you can tell, but it's meant as a travel bag. It's got little feet. It has a zip here that opens up, and you can actually hang this on the back of your suitcase on the handles. And then it fully opens up inside as well. Let me dump this tissue and show you. Hopefully the dogs won't get at it while I'm doing this. It has a crossbody strap or shoulder strap. And then it's just, I mean, it's quite big. And it's got pockets for a laptop inside. Nylon, like net pockets too, where you can like put toiletries and things. And it's just gonna be perfect. We're going on a trip soon to go skiing with our buddy Noah and some friends. And I think it's gonna be perfect for us to be able to carry some stuff that maybe we didn't want to put and our check bag. So that's fun, it's cute. I mean, we're very fortunate to be able to have gotten a bag this Christmas because, you know, we just moved into this new place. There's a lot of things to do and a lot of stuff to pay for, but it was something that we needed, and yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very happy with it. Oh, I didn't even know there was another little back compartment in here. That's fun. And then of course, because it's a peekaboo, this is meant to kind of hang down here like this. And you can see the Fendi. Just really subtle, I guess, except for that. Nice little weekend bag. Okay, so I've done a bit of research about the bar cabinet. I mean, there was one that I had in mind, and believe it or not, it's from Urban Outfitters, but it kind of checks all the boxes. And I think it's just gonna have to end up being the one that we get. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's definitely more than I would love to spend, but it's pretty and it fits the space well. I don't know if I'm gonna know how to do this, but if I can figure it out, I'll put a picture here. I don't know, people are always doing that. I'll put a picture here, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But, so I found that the issue that I'm finding with the planners for 2023 is that some of them like haven't dropped yet, or the ones that have are for 2023, but it's an 18-month planner. So it started back in July. I have this mental block, this mental issue, I guess, from pulling the trigger on this because I refused to buy a planner that started in July of 2022 that I'm gonna have to use for a full year. That's like 6 months, 5 months, 6 months, whatever, of a planner that that's gonna go to waste. So I don't wanna purchase that. So I think I'm gonna have to wait until maybe the beginning of 2023. I might be placing this order on New Year's Day and then getting into the habit of using it later on. But we'll see. So then I also sat down and I went through the files on my computer. I didn't record that because it's dark in our room. We don't really have another light in there, but got that sorted. So I have a nice little section of my hard drive that's like cleared out and ready to use for photos and to dump photos into. Actually, I'm gonna show you that because I love my external drive. I just got this, I guess, this past year when I got my camera. One moment. Is it gonna get brighter? Okay, I'm back. This is my new external drive. It's from this brand Lacey. Look, I don't know a lot about this stuff, but I do know that this has been the best external drive that I've used for me personally. Nothing super professional, just saving content essentially to the drive. I've had good success with this. I've had a ton of external drives in my past. Some were like Segway, some were, I think Segway, is that what it is? Seaway? I don't know. Some were like HP, but I always found that the systems for the drive that I had to download onto my computer were always a pain. And then I could never run programs from the drive. That was always an issue. And I was always running out of space on my computer. So I was trying to use my external drive kind of constantly to like run programs like iMovie or Photoshop or whatever. And it was just always a mess. This has been amazing. I've had like super easy time with this. It's very user-friendly. It has this little silicone like grip on the outside. I think it's like a terabyte or 2, which sounds like a lot, but I mean, for example, I have 75,000 photos on my phone, and this is my new phone. I have hundreds of thousands of photos on other hard drives. So I needed something that was going to be consistent, that I felt safe using, that everything wasn't just gonna like reformat. I was gonna lose everything that I loved and had been capturing for years and years and years. So I got this because I have friends who are photographers in Charleston, and I've seen them using it for years as well. If anyone needs any recommendations about how to save files, ask a photographer friend, because they obviously have so much content that they have to rely on saving and saving safely. So I've been using this and it's been great. So I'll definitely be using it for this vlog and creating content. Right now I have barely any photos and videos on here, just from past trips, when Garrett's mom has come here. Hi, Rhonda. When we went to Los Cabos for our engagement, and yeah, but I'm sure I'll eventually be filling this up. My phone right now, I think the way my phone is working, I have 75,000 photos like on my actual device, and then the rest are in the cloud, and I've basically used like half of a terabyte of my cloud storage. So that's a soon-to-be crisis, I'm sure, as well. But yeah. Okay, the reason I'm in the kitchen is because it's my day off. And when it's my day off, let me see if I can tilt this back. When it's my day off, I like to cook. I like to cook dinner. I like to do, I don't know, whatever I can in the kitchen, making bread, whatever. So I'm going to make French onion soup for tonight. I have leftovers from Christmas, obviously. I made a huge dinner. I'll see if I can put a picture here as well. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Maybe I should stop saying that until I figure out how to actually put it in a picture. But, so that's that. And I'm gonna make the soup. I've made French onion soup once before with Elena in her apartment in New York when I was living with her for like however long on her couch. This woman's a godsend. We love her. And I made French onion soup once then, and it was kind of a haphazard thing. I think it was actually snowing, and maybe it was a year or 2 years ago. 2 years ago. It's been 2 years since I made French onion soup, maybe. I'm like walking through a blizzard in New York and Brooklyn to go to like a small like Korean grocery store to buy as many onions as I can. I think it was also the same night that I dropped a whole jug of lemonade on the street, in a glass bottle of pink lemonade on the street. I don't know why I was buying that in the middle of December, and it shattered everywhere. And then some nice guy came out of his car. Oh God, sorry. Some nice guy came out of his car and gave me like one of those pallet boxes that you get when you like shop at Costco. And that was great and very kind. So anyways, I've had one success with French onion soup, but not a ton of them. Oh, this is another Christmas present that I was gonna show you guys. Garrett got me this beautiful little knife block. We've had horrible knives in the past, and we don't need a ton, obviously, because our jobs are crazy and our life is crazy. We're not always cooking, but when I do, like I said, on my days off, I really enjoy it. So he got my nice little knife block, and I've been wanting one for a long time, so that's very nice, very sweet. And then some utensils to match. So there's that as well. Okay, so I don't know a lot about French onion soup, but I do know that you need a hell of a lot of onions. And these are kind of looking rough, honestly, but that's fine. Also, favorite thing in the world is like a Rachel Ray trash bowl. I need one of those from the Rachel Ray brand, or some funky bowl that I use consistently, only as a trash bowl, to keep on the counter while I'm working, and then I can dump in the trash later on. Okay, I'm going to cut, how many onions do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5, and one of them looks pretty beat up. So let's see if I can get anything out of this. I've already taken off my rings. I also want to get another little ring dish for here on the counter, because I'm always taking off my rings and just sitting them on this like little candle dish that I have, and that's obviously not where you should be placing your engagement ring. So we'll be shopping for that too. If anyone knows any cute little dishes, let me know. I guess I can talk to you guys about this as well. I've had something on my mind, and I brought it up to Garrett as well, and I don't know if it's going to come into fruition or be anything that's, you know, successful. Not that it has to be successful, but I guess when I use the word successful, which I probably will be using with this vlog as well, I just generally mean like consistency. Not that I'm making money, not that I'm having thousands of views, but just like testing myself and creating an environment and a situation where I have to be consistent and I, you know, put my best foot forward and succeed in that consistency. So the thing that I was talking to Garrett about was, you know, I've been collecting a ton of different little vintage pieces for the house. I have these like gorgeous little salt shakers and these beautiful little bowls that I got from a seller on Instagram. And a good bit of our furniture in the house is actually from like vintage sellers that I found on Instagram when we first moved here. And everyone's been really kind and their content is beautiful and it's really simple. I mean, they just have gorgeous things that they post and they try and sell. And it's not like I have a warehouse, you know, and want to do this full time or, you know, even know much, if anything, about designers, you know, that are vintage or I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not super educated, and I feel like that's okay because what I love most about these accounts is that they're taking like small things and they're just sharing them and they're selling them, and it's not even about like making money off of them really as much as it is about like having another outlet on my day off. And it was partly brought up when I was toying with the idea of starting this vlog as well with Garrett. So, you know, that's an idea that I wanna continue to explore, I guess, in this next year, because I think it could be fun, and I think there are a lot of little things that I would love to collect and maybe sell or just share online, and it'd be another fun little outlet. So I'm gonna think about that. Another little thing that I've been toying with as far as a creative outlet was, and don't laugh, but creating a podcast with my dear friend Rachel Cord. We love Rachel so much, and she is easily one of the, I don't know, I think she's like one of the more inspirational people in my life, and Garrett loves her to death, and I mentioned her maybe already in this vlog earlier, but I just used to talk to her all the time, and we have, you know, stayed together and stayed friends through thick and thin, and she has such a great way of like discussing celebrity news and celebrity gossip, and I don't know, we've been toying with the idea of doing a podcast together, and I think that could be super fun. So that could also be coming down the pipeline. I don't know. We'll see. We live on different coasts. Rachel's in, God, where's Rachel? Rachel's in Arizona. So we'll see what comes of that. But anyways, yeah, I think the Instagram could be fun. It could be cool because it would give me a space to like photograph these beautiful things and collect things for myself as well. I'm always wanting to continue to shop and buy little stuff for the house, and I have some beautiful pieces that I found through people who sell online like this. So we will see. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna continue to cut these onions. I'm about to start crying any second now from the onions, so I just want to get off camera before that happens. All right, so I am done with a few things on my list for the day. I don't want to continue to ramble until I know really what this is gonna be and kind of what my angle is. I feel like I have a general idea, but regardless, I've had fun just talking and letting things out and going over things in my life. I feel like the last things I want to mention are kind of what we have going on in the next couple weeks and even next month or two. Next couple of days, our friend Tisha will be coming to stay with us, which is super exciting. Garrett knows her from New York, and I've met her obviously through him. So she's visited us before, and it's a total blast. So she'll be here for New Year's, as well as our friend Isabella and her other half. So she'll be here too, which I'm so excited about. She's one of my dear friends. She's probably gonna watch this. I love you, Belle. So we'll see her soon. I'm excited for New Year's because I thought I was gonna have to do something. I thought I was gonna have to do this party, and it ends up that I'm not gonna have to go to this party, and I'm gonna get to hang out with my friends and see people I haven't seen in a little while. So definitely excited about that. Belle, I need to text you. So that's very fun. Mid-January, I'm praying I'm gonna be able to see Sydney and Ryan, my bestie for the restie, from back home in South Carolina. And then February we have our ski trip. So hopefully those things will all be integrated in here somehow. I'm gonna have to do a lot of planning for everything, so I'm sure you'll see a lot of that. But lastly, I guess what I want to say is thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and if you have anything you want to see, if you're friends or family or whatever, and I haven't caught you up on something going on in my life, let me know what you want to see, and I'll record it and I'll share it with you. If you have any questions about things that I've shown you or whatever, leave it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and follow along on my channel. Bye, guys.